Hey, what's up? What do you know about Moza brand? To be honest, I hadn't heard of this company until they contacted us, but actually this is popular manufacturer of professional stabilizer gimbals for cameras and smartphones. If we go to Moza official website, we can see many devices for shooting video. You know, I am not big video shooting professional, so most of these devices look crazy to me. However, I have very useful gadget for most people – smartphone gimbal. Moreover, if you often shoot video, for example when traveling, then this is a must-have device for you. Moza Mini MX smartphone gimbal has maximum load of 280 grams, so most mobile devices are compatible. It also has portrait and landscape modes, gesture control, face tracking, and application with built-in creative shooting templates. Okay, let's start the review with unboxing. On the box we can see the image of smartphone gimbal, QR codes to official website and social media accounts, and information about manufacturer. Inside the box there is a smartphone gimbal, mini tripod, storage pouch, charging cable, wrist strap and user manual. You know, Moza Mini MX is not the most compact smartphone gimbal. Its dimensions are 145 by 50 by 180 mm when folded, and 120 by 120 by 265 when expanded. The weight is 412 grams. As I already said, the maximum payload is 280 grams. For example, iPhone 12 weighs only 160 grams. It means that Moza Mini MX is compatible with most mobile devices. Now let me tell you about the construction of this device. This is 3-axis gimbal with roll motor, tilt motor, and pan motor. Before using it, you need to unlock roll motor and tilt motor, and then install the smartphone in this holder. Moza Mini MX gimbal has control buttons, but we will talk about them a little later. There is also USB Type-C charging port on the right side. The smartphone gimbal also has mount for tripod. You can use Moza Mini MX is not only like a phone gimbal, but also a tripod. You know, although the phone gimbal is fully made of plastic, it looks and feels very reliable. Now let's talk about control buttons. So we have some control buttons on the smartphone gimbal. The first one is function button. You can long press on it to power on/off. A single press is to start/stop recording. You can also double press on this button to switch between video and photo mode, and triple press to switch between horizontal and vertical mode. Moza Mini MX also has a joystick. There are also two buttons to the left of joystick, Zoom Plus and Zoom Minus. Click and hold on these buttons to zoom in and out. You can also single press on Zoom Plus button to choose Pan Tilt Follow mode. Single press on Zoom Minus button is to choose FPV mode. The phone gimbal also has a smart trigger. First, you can click and hold to enable all lock mode. Then double-click and hold to activate Sport Gear mode. Just one click makes the gimbal follow the center of the shot. Double-click is to recenter and exit the current mode. Finally, triple-click on the smart trigger allows switching between rear and front-facing camera. By the way, you can use Moza Mini MX smartphone gimbal with stock camera on your phone, but only to take photo or start/stop recording video. If you want to use all the functions that I said before, then you need to install application from Moza. Let's talk about it. The open smartphone is called Moza Genie. It is available on Android and iOS devices. In the app we have many useful functions. Before talking about them, let's connect the gimbal to smartphone. You can see Bluetooth icon on the screen. Just click on it and select Moza Mini MX. That's all. The application has some shooting modes, such as video, photo, time-lapse, trajectory delay, and slow motion. We can also turn on/off flashlight, grid, and choose auto or pro mode. In the pro mode, we can change ISO, white balance, etc. There are also 4 icons on the top of the screen. The first one is lock, unlock, then gimbal settings, full view, and camera settings. In the gimbal settings, we have following options: follow mode, pan follow, pan and tilt, and FPV, sport gear mode, horizontal adjustment, joystick speed, one-click zoom time, calibrate, instruction book, and other information. In camera settings, we can start a live video, leave a feedback, turn on/off camera and shake mode, silent recording, noise reduction, gain, mix background music, volume key recording, spear rate level, overexposure tips, full screen preview, and reset. One of the main features of Moza Mini MX smartphone gimbal is Magic Mode. Actually, this is not a mode, but a section in the app with built-in templates. You just need to choose a template, click on Capture, and then the gimbal will do everything automatically. You can get videos like this. Okay, if we start watching videos, let me show you the different shooting modes. Moza Mini MX has 3 main shooting modes, such as Pan Follow, Pan and Tilt, and FPV. Pan and Tilt mode is my favorite, because it keeps the horizontal straight, but also moves the camera smoothly up and down, as well as left and right. Moza Mini MX gimbal also has face tracking. You know, this mode works very well. I also want to show you slow motion video and time lapse. By the way, the gimbal also has a trajectory time-lapse, and I really like this function. You just need to select a time, trajectory, and then a gimbal and smartphone will take time-lapse in motion. Finally, let's test stabilization of Moza Mini MX while running. I shot some videos using Moza Mini MX smartphone gimbal and iPhone 12. Write in the comments what do you think about stabilization. Is it good? By the way, I forgot to tell you about battery. Moza Mini MX is equipped with 2000 mAh battery, and manufacturer promises 20 hours of battery life on a single charge. You know, video stabilization is one of the main problems of most smartphones, especially budget and even mid-range. In this case, a smartphone gimbal is not only a useful device, but must-have. I like that Moza Mini MX can be used as a phone gimbal and a tripod. There are also many useful functions in the app, such as shooting modes, settings, and even magic mode with creative shooting templates. The price of Moza Mini MX is only $90. I think it is a good deal. Thank you for watching. See you soon.